Hello students, this is Miss Pooja Arun Matre, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar East. Today's topic is Fundamentals of Data Communication and Network Topology Part 3. The learning course outcome are data transmission modes, serial transmission and parallel transmission. Data transmission. The data transmission means transferring of a data or information from one computer to another computer using a transmission medium such as coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. So data transmission means transferring the data from one place to another place using the transmission medium. So basically data transmission enables a device or a components within a device to speak to each other. So this transfer of data takes place and some form of the transmission media. So data is transferred in the form of bits between the two or more digital devices, and there are four methods to use to transmit a data between signal devices such as serial transmission and the parallel transmission. So data transmission means transferring the data using the modes of transmission. So types of data transmission is the parallel and the serial. Here are the four transmission medium: parallel, asynchronous serial, synchronous serial and isochronous serial transmission. First we will see the parallel transmission. In parallel transmission, we transfer a word or a byte at a time. That is, all the bits of the data are transmitted simultaneously on a separate communication lines. Therefore, we need many wires parallel to each other, each carrying a signal weight. So, all the bits of data transmitted simultaneously. So, parallel transmission used for the short distance communication. So in parallel, it is a type of data transmission in which all the bits are simultaneously transferred. So parallel transmission is a possibly practically only if the two devices are close to each other due to the length and the number of wires required. So in order to transmit n bits, n wires or lines are used and it is more costly. It is faster than serial transmission and data can be transmitted in less time. For example, parallel transmission takes place between a computer and its printer. So it can be parallelly simultaneously transfer a data, and this will require to transfer 8 bit of data. For example, we will see in the diagram. Here the sender sends a 8 bit data to the receiver. That means when the number of bits are 8, so 8 wires are required to transfer a data, and this with increase the number of receiver, the number of wires will be increased. That means when the when the sender sends a data to the two receiver, that time sender need a 16 lines for the two receivers. So one receiver, the 8 bit data is for the one receiver, another 8 bit data is for the second receiver. So when they increase the receiver, the number of lines are also increased. Advantage of parallel transmission: it is a very fast method of transmitting the data from one PC to another PC, and it does not require high frequency, and time required is only one clock cycle. Disadvantages of the parallel transmission are: cost is high and it requires a more wires, causing a transmitted signals to become a disordered and data unreliable when communicating over a long distance. Congratulations. Second one is a serial transmission. In the serial data transmission, hits of the data flow in the sequential order, that is one after the other group signals communication line. Serial data means one after the one bit of the data, we will transfer the another bit of data. So serial transmission is used for the long distance communication. So while sending a data serially, characters or bytes have to be separated and sent bit by bit. So transmitted serially on the same wire. So in the serial transmission time, data transmission, which is the bit or byte, are serially transmitted as one by one. So byte to be transmitted as a first stored in a shift register. Then these bits are shifted from the MSB to the LSB. The bit which falls out of the shift register is transmitted, hence the LSB is transmitted first and the MSB is the last bit getting transmitted. So it requires only one wire for the connection. It is close or far, doesn't create any problem. So example, data transmission between computer and computer. So serial transmission has a serious drawback. First we will see the connection block diagram of the serial transmission. The sender sends a 8 bits of the data to the receiver. Receiver receives a 8-bit data. But there is a need of the serial transmission, that means one bit by one bit transmission is going over there. For serial transmission only one wire is needed. So in using the only one wire transmission wire, one by one bit is transmitted from the sender to the receiver. This is called a serial transmission. The advantages of serial transmission are: it requires only one communication wire and it is cheaper than the parallel data communication. Disadvantages are: speed of the transfer is slow and it requires a high frequency for data transmission operation. Types of serial transmission. In data communication, timing control of a reception of bits is important. There are two methods of the timing control for reception of bits. First one is asynchronous of data transmission, synchronous of data transmission, and isochronous of data transmission. Asynchronous data transmission. It sends only one character at a time. That means one byte of data at a time. Synchronize two devices using a smart bit and stop bit. It usually 0 is used for the start bit and stop bit indicates the end of the data. More than one bit can be used for the end. So asynchronous transmission is a type of serial data transmission, and transmitter can begin with a transmission of data bytes at any instance of time. So as a data transmission can get any instant, it becomes difficulty for the receiver to understand the instant at which byte has been transmitted. So we use a 0 for the start bit. That means another data will identify the next data have to be sent. So ideal time between the adjustment data bytes is not constant, but the ideal time is also called a gaps between the data bytes. So in asynchronous transmission, the timing of the signal is not important. Instead of the information received and translated by the patterns which are agreed upon by the sender and receiver. So why asynchronous is called? This mechanism called asynchronous because byte level of the sender and receiver do not have to be synchronized. So after transmitting the n bits, receiver searches for the stop bit. So stop bit indicates the transmission of the new signal or new bytes of the data. Here is the diagram, shows block diagram of the asynchronous data transmission. The sender sends a data and we use a 0 for the start bit. So using the start and stop bit as a 0 and 1, these gap between the adjacent data units will make the asynchronous transmission slow, and this is the major disadvantage of the using the start and stop bit. That means there is an ideal time for the data transmission, and that time ideal time or the gap between the adjacent data units, this will make a transmission in a slow manner. So this is the big disadvantages of asynchronous data transmission. Advantages of the asynchronous transmission: the speed of data is much and the timing errors are reduced. And the disadvantages are data entirely depend on the time and these devices should be properly synchronized. Synchronous data transmission: data sent at a time multiplies a byte. Data sent at a time multiplies a byte. That means synchronous transmission is a type of serial transmission in which data transmission is carried out under control of common master clock. And here bits which being transmitted are synchronized to the reference clock. So there is a no start and no stop bits are used. So instead of the bits, they transmitted a block in a continuous stream as a bits which is shown in the next figure, and there is an interior block time which filled with the ideal characters. So gap between the data is not present and the transmission speed is fast. So cost for the transmission speed is cost. There is a cost of the serial transmission or synchronous serial transmission is high. So the receiver operates the exactly same clock frequency at that transmitter of both synchronized with each other. So transfer of data between the two computers, the synchronization between the sender and receiver is required. So there is a no gap between the successive frames and the receiver separates the bit streams into the bytes for the purpose decoding. So the grouping of these bits are responsibility of the receiver. Here is a block diagram of the serial synchronous transmission. The figure shows the block diagram. Here the data is transmitted from the sender to the receiver, and there is a note that the absence of gaps and the start and stop bits. Advantages of data transmission: speed and data is much, timing errors can reduce, timing errors is reduced. So absence of the start and stop bit which not is needed anymore, and it reduces the timing errors and reduce the synchronization. Say disadvantages of synchronous transmission. So data entity is dependent on the timing. So timing is very important. The accuracy of the received data is dependent entirely on the ability of receiver to count the received bits accurately. And the second one is devices should be properly synchronized. So transmitter and receiver have to operate at the same clock frequency. Isochronous. This is the third type of the serial transmission. In a real-time streaming of audio and video, the time delay introduced during transmission must remain constant. So an uneven time delay will be introduced distortion. For such application, we cannot use synchronized serial transmission and asynchronous serial transmission. So that time we use a isochronous transmission can be used for such applications. Thank you.